So I was raised as a middle-class kid.
I grew up a middle-class kid.
I grew up a middle-class kid.
I believe in the ambition, the aspirations, the dreams of the American people.
You know, we have ambitions and aspirations and dreams.
The ambition, the aspiration, the dream.
I started my career as a prosecutor.
I was a career prosecutor for most of my career.
Having a background as a prosecutor.
I intend to create an opportunity economy.
Developing and creating an opportunity economy.
What I imagine and believe and call an opportunity economy.
So
when you listen to Kamala Harris and what she will do, you can almost start a drinking game every time she says small businesses. Let me give you an example.
Part of my plan under my economic opportunity plan going forward is that right now, startup entrepreneurs, small businesses only get a tax deduction of $5,000. Nobody can start a small business with $5,000. So I'm expanding that to $50,000. Understanding, again, that when people have the opportunity to have the resources to get started, they're going to put the good ideas, they're going to put the hard work into it.
Describe the politics of that.
She says that. She also talks about being a middle-class kid. That's also at the front of her answers. If you look at the interviews they've been doing with local media, and they've opened up a bit more since the debate, the first question is often, what are you going to do to lower prices? Which is a very hard question for an incumbent party to answer. And it has implications that are very Trumpian. It is, Trump says he's going to do mass deportation. That'll decrease demand. Trump says he'll explore more energy. That'll decrease energy costs. Democrats can point to the fact that inflation is actually, it was bad 2 years ago. It's not now. What people want to hear is, how do you make the prices go down? So everything she says is something realistic that could survive a fact check that answers a very hard question. There is not a plan to say that we're going to lower the cost of your grocery bill to what it was in 2019. There was a pandemic. There was a money supply inflation. You can't hit the button that makes that go away. But Trump has an answer that gets him through these questions. And Harris, I think, with a different set of incentives and a different relationship to something she can back up in a policy paper, she doesn't have an answer. So she goes to a larger, well, imagine a future where there are more businesses and this starts to ameliorate.
An absolute disgrace. Look at these titles. Look at these titles. Kamala word salad. Kamala repeated the same phrase. Kamala word salad. Kamala roasted over latest word salad. I mean, just look. You know? And now we got Jesse reacts to Kamala's word salad. Pander politics. So embarrassing. You just can't make this stuff up, you guys. But hey, what's going on, family? How y'all doing? I hope that 2024 is treating you well. 47 days out, man. You know, that y'all are having an amazing week. You spend time with your loved ones this weekend. You know, can't get this time back, man. You know, we're all living to die and dying to live. That's what they say. We want our tax dollars back. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sending you guys my love and prayers, man, because we don't know what to expect. Like, prayers for Trump and his family, his protection, the Trump team, the Trump campaign. You know, it's ridiculous, man. Every single day, this lady, like we covered with with Biden. Every single day he was trending until he really booted the motor and the transmission on the debate stage. But he was trending every single day for the wrong reasons, as sharp as attack. 81 million. And this lady can't answer questions. I mean, it's just word spaghetti, word salads. Nobody understands what she's talking about. She's repeating the exact same thing. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Same exact thing. But hey, people are still clapping. We're running on joy and good vibes and hope. Pride. Throw the tampons out in the middle of the street. It's ridiculous, man. But I want to see what I want to hear this. I know this is gonna be a good one because y'all know how Jesse sets it off and he just goes off. So I'm going to enjoy this with y'all, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new here. We call out the truth, man. Some people don't like it. Some people don't like our titles. You know, and sometimes if it's a certain title, we're basically calling it for what it is. Some people don't like that, you know. But so we're trying to change up the titles and stuff because I actually listen to you guys. You know, I've been on this platform for a very long time. A lot of people know me, you know, and I've been calling it out for what it is. And when I did start calling this crap out, I got bashed. I got a lot of hatred, a lot of threats. A lot of people didn't want to hear it. You know? But now tons of those people that were anti-Trumpers, never Trumpers, now they're voting for Trump. They're like, man, you're right. This stuff is dirty. It is corrupt. They do think that we're stupid, that we don't know what's going on, that it is corrupt. You know, I was one of those ones, y'all know. I was brainwashed too. I was an anti-Trumper, a never Trumper. I went with the mainstream media and all the fake news, the bias reporting, the fake headlines, listening to family and friends. And now tons of them family and friends are on the Trump train. And they also watch the channel. I love y'all. You know, but people are sick and tired, man. Sick and tired. And it has to be too big to rig. Because we know what took place in 2020. Too big to rig, man. You know. And now they're seeing that her polling is dropping it like it's hot right now. You know, Trump is skyrocketing right now. But again, I don't care about no polls or none of that crap, man. It has to be too big to rig, and we encourage everybody to go out and vote. But let's go and check this out.
Needs a tune-up. The VP finally getting herself out there with more interviews and chit-chat with journalists, but her style so far has been robotic. Whenever asked to give policy specifics, Harris reverts to her pre-programmed, over-rehearsed talking points. Check out this rinse, blather, repeat.
I was raised as a middle-class kid.
I grew up a middle-class kid.
I grew up a middle-class kid.
I intend to create an opportunity economy.
Creating an opportunity economy.
Building an opportunity economy.
What I call an opportunity economy.
I started my career as a prosecutor.
I was a career prosecutor for most of my career.
My career. Having a background as a prosecutor.
The programmer's still trying to work out the bugs in Kamala Bot. She's only got 2 settings, word salad and pander politics. VP Harris testing out her latest accent while speaking to the Congressional Hispanic Caucus in Washington. Listen.
I love you back.
Oh my God. He even said another fake. The headline is Kamala tested another fake accent, bro. Oh my God. Oh my goodness! Did they really put that on the headline? Oh wow! Yeah, she done went up north, west, south, east. Yeah, we done got every accent out the book, y'all. Yeah.
I grew up understanding the children of the community are the children of the community. Recently, I was in Nevada. I'm in these streets, let me tell you, I'm everywhere. We have some work to do. In fact, a lot of hard work ahead of us. But we like hard work. Hard work is good work. Hard work is joyful work, I say.
Oh, God, so embarrassing. Dana, you could ask her, what are we going to do about the situation in Gaza? And she'd say, well, I was raised in a middle-class family.
Actually, her line on that one is, I won't give Israel what they need to defend themselves, but Israel has a right to defend itself. That's actually, she knows that line and she used it yesterday. She's doing what I call prevent defense.
There we go,
right? Yeah. So they want to make no news for the next 47 days, right? They're in Survivor 47 days. So her goal is to not give President Trump anything to be able to use against her. Now, you can make fun, everybody can make fun of her and say she only has these 5 lines. She recycles them all the time. She comes up with the accent in order to fit in with the group. But here's what she needs. She has to keep her base. And they have already factored in the Teamsters situation. They would have loved to have had the endorsement. They did not get the endorsement. That is a big blow. Well, it's great for Trump. What I was told by some Democrats today is that we've already factored it in. We already knew that we weren't going to have those people because they already knew what the polls looked there. But you cannot win a news cycle if you are playing it so safe. Now, Trump is going to play the news cycle. He's going to play it. Sometimes he's going to win it. Sometimes he's going to lose it. But there's also a school of thought. I'm not exactly sure where I sit on it, but it is that whoever this race is about is the one who's going to lose. So what Kamala Harris wants is for everyone to be talking about Trump all the time because it worked in 2020. That was the basement campaign. So now she's hiding in plain sight by doing some of these safe events, but not rocking the boat so much that you would actually get a lot of news made, because the news she would make would be something like the interview she did when she was at the White House, and then after that she would be asked to go to her room for 6 months.
The risk is to that strategy is that these clips are now the news. Everyone's seeing her say the same thing over and over again, and that makes her look bad, Greg.
Well, I disagree with calling her robotic. It's more liquidy, like she's like a liquidy robot, a slinky. If a slinky could talk, that's her. And maybe because I've watched too much Selling Sunset, but it's very wine chatty. Like she needs a little chihuahua and espresso martini. She seems super relaxed. I love how she uses this phrase, opportunity economy. All she did was reverse economic opportunity. And then she doesn't explain what it is. Opportunity economy doesn't mean anything. Economic opportunity does. I think if you want her to blow a fuse, okay, because she keeps talking about, I come from a middle-class family, some reporters should ask, where do you come from growing up? She might actually answer with a specific statistic about what to do about inflation. Because she'll have she'll go, I come from a wait a second, I can't answer with the right answer. I can beat inflation by blah, blah, blah. It could just little steam will come out of her head. But it's a testament to how Joe Biden was that the Dems are grateful for that.
Judge Jeanine, we've seen so many times her not really saying much. Did you hear when she said the children of the community are the children of the community? What do you think she means by that?
Were you the one who just said how smart she was? Look, you know what? When she talks about, she says, I grew up middle class. You know what? Donald Trump may have grown up more upper class, but he understands the middle class and he understands Americans and what they need better than she does. He understands it. He proved it when he was president, and he continues to talk about the issues. And Dana's right. All that they're trying to do is, she doesn't want to make news. All she wants to do is do these interviews where she doesn't really answer any questions so that we can't complain and say she's not doing any interviews. And Brian Fallon, who's one of the senior spokespersons, says, you know what, if you want to know what we do or what she would do, look at all the things she was doing before the ticket switch. Even her spokespeople can't tell you what she's going to do, except to refer to what she was doing before the ticket switch. And all she was doing was laughing and giggling. And so in the end, they can't tell you anything. They're gaslighting us, and they're trying to make us feel like we're crazy. But I think the most important question when you're a kid, you learn who, what, where, when, and how, right? And why. All right. She doesn't know how. And I don't think she knows why. If you ask Kamala Harris, why are you running for president? I'm sure she'd be stuck. But the best answer she could probably give is to beat Donald Trump, as opposed to saying something about bettering this country, about maybe Donald Trump would say, making America great again. You know, she's robotic. She's liquid. She's not really smart.
She's a slinky. And to Dana's point, you know, she says she's playing prevent defense. What happens when you play prevent defense? You prevent yourself from winning, Harold.
So first of all, I like the B.B. King music. Look, I wish I was going to be here as
well. That's like saying you come from a middle-class family.
Let's sing like B.B. King. I'm from
He's
Memphis,
running out the clock.
He's like, let me run out this clock.
So you say prevent defense. When President Trump, after the first debate, which he was defeated in by the dumb vice president, after that debate, he said that he won. And he said, let's assume he's right. I don't think he is. He said, if you're the champion, you don't give a second debate to the loser. So he was playing his own version of prevent defense and saying, I'm going to use this strategy. I'm not convinced that strategy works for either. The vice president says that she wants an opportunity economy. It would be great if she'd give us some elements. What does an opportunity economy look like? Is it more affordable?
He called her dumb, but I just don't see how she won that debate. Even that 3 versus 1, I just don't. What do y'all think of that? But again, we know what type of time in Harold's on, and even Trump responded to one of the comments that Harold said. So yeah, but yeah, and then the fact that she got fact checked it by the world, by we the people, soldiers. You know, and that ABC has lost all credibility. They've lost almost 20. Is it 20? The new report was like what, 22%, almost 30% of their viewers. They lost all credibility, man. And them moderators should be fired. You know, and I'm glad that is still trending. And they should lose their licenses for real.
Is it more affordability for everyday Americans to buy a home, to raise their kids, to buy groceries, to buy gas, to pay for education? Is it stimulus or tax cuts for small businesses? Maybe their first $1 million of a small business, you cut taxes in half for them. Give us some meat on the bone. I would argue President Trump has not given us this either. He has said, look back to what I did 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago. Most people don't know what they did 5 hours ago, 5 days ago, 5 months ago, let alone 5 years ago. Both of them would do better, which is the only thing I was trying to say in the first segment. They should both sit down, and we deserve to see them stand side by side and have very tough questions. I would agree with you, Judge. I wish different questions had been asked the last debate. I think Martha and Brett would do a far better job at asking these questions. So you can't play prevent defense. No one wants to see that happen. The thing I learned from the things you said.
So yeah, he wants a second. He basically wants another debate between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. And again, I think it'll get really, really nasty for her if it's fair, and it'll be a complete.
2 ago, Judge. I don't agree with anything but that last name. Who, what, when.
Who, what, where, when, how, and why.
I like that. I'm gonna use that.
You got
I'm gonna give you
Not
credit
today.
when I do it.
Oh boy, but you just can't make it up, you guys. You just can't make it up. But hey. We are 47 days out, family. 47 days, baby. And it has to be too big to rig. I love you guys, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace and love, y'all.